Well, throughout the day, Caitlin Clark has been the talk of social media. She's been one of the main subjects after Iowa got the revenge against LSU to go to the Final Four. Caitlin Clark had a phenomenal game, dropping 41 points. It's a nice win for Iowa to get their revenge, but they still have to close the deal, though, and get that championship. But yeah, it was a nice game right there. I mean, Caitlin Clark went off, and in her past 5 games, she's had over 40-plus points in 3 of those 5 games. So she's really been phenomenal offensively in this March Madness tournament. That's created a lot of talk about her. Now we know that also she has an offer from Ice Cube to play in the BIG3 league. And we know that's a nice sum of money, which would be great in the short term. And that's got a lot of people that's debating on social media and making videos whether or not Caitlin Clark should take up Ice Cube's offer and take the payout or go to the WNBA. Now, obviously, I understand, it's about $5 million offer? Was it $5 million per year for a couple years, I believe? I apologize for not having the exact statistics down, but yeah, that's a nice offer financially, though. I will give you that. For most, that's more money than most people will ever see in their lives. So I understand some of the temptation there to say that she should take that offer. And I understand Caitlin Clark, she's obviously got to make that decision herself, but I could see some of the temptation there for her to take that offer. Now, obviously, I don't make these decisions. Caitlin Clark is a grown woman. She's going to make her own decision. But I'm just here to give you my take as a basketball fan, what I think would be best in the long term. You know, that BIG3 would be a good short-term payout. I think in the long term, it would be better for her to go to the WNBA. I think it would benefit both Caitlin Clark's career and the WNBA as a whole in the long term. Because even with the paycheck she'd get from the BIG3, she's going to be going and competing against grown men, some of them former NBA players, in actual physical basketball if she were to take that offer. And remember, some of these dudes in the NBA are bigger than the people she's competing against in women's basketball. So there's the possibility if she's trying to play defense and guard someone bigger than her, that she could get seriously injured. And that could derail her career and hurt her, or possibly hurt her appeal, maybe even end her career, which you don't want that happening at all. So yes, while it's a nice payout, this could be damaging long-term both for her career and her appeal. I feel like she goes to the WNBA, she can go there, she'll be a star, she can hoop out, she can ball out, hoop, and generate some revenue for the league. Because even if you get a bunch of people going on there YouTube typing Caitlin Clark highlights versus Seattle or whatever team she'd be playing against. Now, I'm not familiar with, who's got the first pick or where she's going to go and all that. But regardless, wherever she ends up landing up, if she does go to the WNBA, it would be good for the business, even if people just go to YouTube to check out the highlights, because that's going to give the WNBA some exposure. So that's good right there. That's good for their business right there. Even then, you had the three-point shootout a couple months. The one-on-one three-point shootout with Steph Curry and Sabrina. I forget her last name. Apologize for that. From the New York Liberty. I mean, she's got her name's out there too. People remember, oh yeah, that's the one who competed against Steph. And now more people are checking out her highlights now from her games with the Liberty. And now you got on top of that Caitlin Clark, if she decides to go there coming in. That would be good for both parties. That would give the WNBA some exposure. It may not get it may get some people to come to the games, but it'll at least give them some exposure, even for people just checking out the highlights. For Caitlin Clark, I feel like in the long term, she could still make some solid money in the WNBA and actually have a full career there. Whereas I feel like going to the BIG3, yeah, that would be a nice paycheck in the short term, but in the long term, could derail her appeal. She could suffer serious injuries. I feel the odds are more likely of that of her competing against grown men. So I feel that in the long term, it would be beneficial to both parties. I'll leave it at that. You guys can comment, let me know what you think about this right here. If there's anything you want to add to my points I made right here, feel free to do so. If you haven't done so already, like and subscribe for more content. Mainly do 76ers and Eagles related content. But any note, that being said, have a great day. Until next time, signing off.